Good morning, everybody. 06:30 here in the Gordon Bennett TV studio with me, Regan Tetlow, and Thomas Hora. Good morning, Thomas.
Good morning, Regan.
34 hours ago, exactly, the race started, and where are we at right now? We got USA 1, 779 kilometres, France 1, 783 kilometres, and currently in the lead, Poland 2, 806 kilometres. Thomas, what a night.
Wow, a fierce fight amongst the balloons to get into the right positions. They were trying all kinds of altitudes, and it was a back and forth for the first place. It was USA 1, then it was France. I see Germany was in the lead as well for a while. So there's some fierce competition there right now.
Let's have a look at a photograph of the sunrise as it's happening. We've got a beautiful...
Well, first we...
No, we're just going to do the sunrise and the morning videos, actually, from the teams that we've got. That's what we're going to start with. There's our beautiful sunrise, and we caught up with France 1 with the two Benoits this morning.
Good morning, all. This is France 1 calling you from somewhere in Oklahoma. The sun is rising now, and we are waiting for to climb and to find some more good winds. So have a nice day and keep watching Gordon Bennett TV. Thank you.
Great video of these two. I mean, Benoit himself was also an event director in Torun.
Yes.
So he's a very accomplished pilot, and they are so nice. I mean, they are having fun. You can really see that they're enjoying it. And I like their hats.
Yeah, I do too. Great, the French style. He's got some fantastic humour as well. He has, Benoit. Really enjoy being around him. Also, the French other team, French 2, have been with us. Eric Decellier is on the other Benoit.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello from France 2 in Oklahoma. The night was quite okay. A bit cold, but that's fine. And sunrise is in a few moments. Seems to be pretty clear, and everything is fine. Hello.
So some beautiful sunrises. You get to see some good sights with gas ballooning, Thomas.
Oh yes, you do. Sunrises like that, sunsets, the nights as over the United States, because you're not so polluted with light. It's beautiful stars. You see falling stars, and these two I consider as one of the ones we should look out for the end of the race. I think they we say in German they have the knives in the mouth,
right.
You know.
Yes.
So they're going for it.
Interesting. I love this part of the competition. We're kind of in the middle now, and it's really starting to formulate and everything. Let's get into it. Let's get the tracks on the screen. Tell us about the overnight action, Thomas.
So you see the balloons were moving from some of the Texas Panhandle across Oklahoma. They actually were trying different altitudes. You see that there's a lot of change in direction of the balloons. This is, if you do it during night, this is due to altitude changes you are doing. So you are going either higher or lower. It means they were looking for to get into the best position, and most of the balloons are trying to get to this northeast. That would be the best, you know, getting somewhere in this area, Tulsa. That would be a really good point. And what you also can see, there's two balloons flying really low. It's France 1 and Poland. They are flying like at 700 meters, which is about 2,000 feet.
Yes.
And they're taking the low-level jet down there. So there's a low-level jet there that are flying with high speed towards the east, and trying to catch the wind, which we'll get to later on.
And this morning, bright and early, you were down in the command centre looking at the what's happening right now with some action, potential action. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So the command center does a great job. So here you see a picture of the command center. They have this huge screen there, and they are watching the balloons. And what maybe some people don't see, but in the background, they are working with air traffic control to clear off different restricted airspaces. So today we are very lucky. We have a public holiday in the United States, and most of the restricted airspaces, or the MOAs as well, this is a military operational area, are closed today. They have holidays as well. But if they are active, it's not impossible to fly with a gas balloon through it. And the command center course ahead tries to clear up the MOAs, tries to open up the restricted airspaces so that the balloons can fly through smoothly. Yes. So there's a lot of air traffic work down there. They are doing 24 hours. And there's a lot of people there who are under the leadership of Ben Anello doing this.
So with the MOAs, moving forward, what happens now then into the next few days?
Yes, so what we think they will be flying into North Carolina or Virginia.
Yeah.
And when doing so, there's a lot of these military areas. There's missile ranges, there's artillery ranges. And so they will be calling now these respective persons or the respective responsibles and try to negotiate with them when these MOAs will be open or not. And if you do it ahead of time, you have a higher chance that they are open. And also if you do it ahead of time and you see you cannot open it, it gives the pilots more chance to steer around these MOAs.
All right. Well, let's get the maps back on and let's just project forward a little bit and talk about what we think is going to be happening next from your perspective on the outlook.
Yeah, so right now, as I said, we are here somewhere in Oklahoma, and if we could go to the high level wind chart, this is where you have the wind. So just to give you an idea, this is where the balloons are right now.
Yeah.
And the green or blue and green means slower winds, and yellow means faster winds, and the red or a blue that's like extremely fast winds. So what the balloons are trying to do is to maneuver either more to the east to get here into these winds, or to the northeast to get into these winds here. In high altitude, this altitude is now 3,000 meters, like 10,000 feet, to catch the wind which brings them and carries them quickly over to South Carolina, North Carolina, to this area here. But that's just half part of the story. What they will do is once they have been carried over here, and maybe we can see the next slide, this is the lower level wind, so they will go here, and then they will drop and will try to cruise along the coast up to the north. So and the quicker you do it, the more time you will have to cruise up to the north of the coast, because the further north you get, the further is your distance. So the distance landing, let's say it's Savannah, is a different distance than landing close to Baltimore or Philadelphia.
Yes.
Philadelphia and Baltimore is much further.
Incredible. Where have you flown in the States?
So I did 3 races. One landed in New Mexico, in Lamy, New Mexico.
Yeah.
One we have landed close to Denver, and one we have landed in Missouri, close to St. Louis.
When it comes to flying in Gordon Bennett's, Thomas, for you, which one is the one that you always, the outstanding memory? Which one springs to mind?
I think it's probably my most beautiful flight was the flight going from Belgium to Finland,
Right.
where we went from Belgium, crossing the Channel over England, over the North Sea, over Norway, Sweden, Baltic Sea, and then landing into Finland. That was just amazing sights, the fjords in Norway, and that's beautiful, just beautiful.
Incredible, eh? The 66 Coupe Aéronautique Gordon Bennett continues. We have our 4 live shows today. Remember to subscribe onto YouTube, the hashtag GB2023 for all your pics of where you might be watching the action. And our 4 live shows, I know we've got a lot of people in Europe watching as well, and they don't want to do the calculation, so I'll tell you the times. Our first show every morning, 06:30, it's 14:30 in Europe. Our second show is 09:30 here local, which is 17:30 in Europe. Our third show, 1300, 1 p.m. here, 2100, 9 p.m. in Europe. And our final show, our evening wrap-up, 8 p.m. here, 2000, 4 a.m. in Europe. So make sure you set your timers for that. We'll be back with our next show, 09:30, but it's back to the guys on the rooftop studio with Art and Glenn.